1, 2, get down!
Welcome to the fourth episode of Soulmessenger TV. My name is DJ Egbowon, and this time I like to present you the man with Vienna's most soulful voice, and he goes by the name of Egbowon. In this episode, we're gonna talk with him about his Nigerian roots, his collaboration with Rodney Hunter, and of course we see him live at the Albertina Passage. So dig it! Hi Ola, nice to have you on my show.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So Ola, you were born in Nigeria. So to start with, tell me more about your early years and how your origins influence you as being a singer today.
Actually, I think I grew up just like every normal kid back in Lagos. Played around, did different things, went to school. And yeah, I just love music actually, because most of my brothers were DJs, my father was in the choir, and there was always music in the house, so that was part of my early influence.
What about the religious influence? You mentioned it, I think you started, like
exactly.
Many other soul singers, singing in gospel chorus.
Yeah, like a lot of, like you said, like a lot of musicians, singers, most of us started in the church. Like I told you, I was drumming, I loved the music, I joined the choir, I stayed, joined the choir, and I started singing. And because of that, I was listening to a lot of gospel music in those early days, because we had to do the choir stuff. And yeah, all these things would influence you, because whatever we hear, whatever we listen to, would actually come out of us.
Fela Kuti was born in 1938 in Nigeria. Together with his band Nigeria 70, he created a new type of sound called the Afrobeat, which was American jazz combined with West African highlife music. Fela's Afrobeat songs are characterized by a fairly large band with many instruments and vocals which are introduced one after another. Besides his music, Fela Kuti was one of Africa's most controversial musicians, and throughout his life he continued to fight for the rights of the common man. Most of his records are dominated by political discussions, and his beliefs made him an icon of the American Black Power movement. Unfortunately, in 1997, Fela Kuti died of complications from AIDS. Today, new bands such as the Antebellum's Afrobeat Orchestra, as well as his own son, Femi Kuti, carry Afrobeat to a new generation of listeners. Bridging the gap between your roots in Nigeria and your time now in Austria, how do you feel about being a soul singer here in Austria at the moment?
Actually, I feel very, very privileged being a soul singer in Austria at the moment, because I see that Austria is in a point where music is really coming up, and when music really comes up, it makes a change. And I feel I am part of the change actually, and I feel really, really privileged that I'm actually here in Austria doing what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
Which efforts did it take for you to become a recognized singer in Austria, what you actually are at the moment?
It's a lot of work. It's really a lot of work. You have to be in a lot of places in so many times. You have to be multitasking. You have to be a businessman, you have to be an introvert, you have to be an extrovert. At the same time, you still do not lose the quality of getting on stage and delivering the message to the people, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Because no matter what you say, no matter what you do, if what comes out of your mouth has got no quality, then it's just going to take a while and people get fed up with you and they move to the next stage.
Right now you are featured on Rodney Hunter's single Got to Give.
All right.
Tell me more about it.
Actually, the song Got to Give, Rodney made the beat, he put the beat together, and he called me out of the blues because he had one of my songs that I put in Superfly Radio to be played. And he actually called me out of the blues, and we sat down. I think the first or second time we met, I wrote the song because of people were there in the studio. I wrote the song down there, some of his influence, and yeah, we put the song together, and just out of the blue, the song grew up into something we actually never thought about.
And I know there's only one thing left to do. Hey.
Okay, so besides your various collaborations, you also got your own thing going on, which is called the Tribute to Soul Legends. Tell me, what is it about?
Actually, exactly what I just did tonight is a tribute celebrating the guys, the legends live, because these guys made it possible for our kind of music, the kind of music I do right now. So I'm like actually appreciating them, thanking them for the songs they gave, because these are evergreen songs, they never go away, and everybody loves it, and I love it too. And I'm actually learning from them by singing their songs.
Yeah. So what makes these artists so special for you?
Because music comes out of a lot of feelings, comes out of a lot of emotions. And these days, the blacks in America were just coming out of the recession, out of the segregation, and they were so emotional. Even most of them would go and perform or sing in a place where they were not allowed to come through the main entrance. They had to go through the back entrance, and they were not allowed even to sleep in an all-white hotel or whatever. So it's like they actually came out every night and poured their heart out. And over my years of doing research on them, I checked more of their live gigs than their studio recordings. And it's like just listening to them, you could hear the raw emotion just dropping from the melody and everything. And that's what really matters to me. That's what touches my heart. My record of the episode is Fela Kuti's Black President. It's a very inspirational album. It's a very political, and it's full of emotion and everything. And it talks about a lot of things, about the human condition, about the condition of the world right now. And check it out. You enjoy it.
International team. International team. International team. ITT. International team.
We've nearly come to the end of the show. So let me ask you, what are your plans for the future? Do you have plans of recording your own album?
Yeah, for sure. In the next couple of months, we're just waiting for things to come together. We've started talking already, actually since last year. And in the next couple of months, I would start recording. And also I'm working on another album with Rodney Hunter. Actually, I'm going to be featured a couple of songs in his album, in his new upcoming album. We already have a single out, which you know that they've got to give. And yeah, two main projects coming up.
Okay, so thanks Ola for being my guest in this episode.
It was a pleasure.
It was a great pleasure for me, and it would be really great if you could close the curtains with a smooth a cappella for all the soul lovers out there.
All right. Oh, my name is Ola from Vienna. I'm sitting here in Albertina, just another singer, that's who I am. And I love soul music. And I give shout out to my boy DJ C from Soulmessenger TV. Such a great time with a lot of flavor. So tune in to the next episode. Soulmessenger TV.